Hello everybody, it's me, it's your friend, it's the Awkward Commentator. Welcome, finally, welcome to a non-emulated series. This is Shadow of the Colossus. This is a game that I've been super excited to do for the longest time. I've had this in store for at least a few months now. I finally have a new gaming PC, and I have an Elgato 60 HDS. I do apologize if you heard my cat right there. I'm trying to move him away from my microphone. This is going to be a relatively short series. It's only going to be about 16, 17, maybe 18 parts. This episode is going to be a really long episode. There's a lot of introduction, a lot of explaining to do, and I am going to do the first boss in this episode. Hey, what are you doing, video game? No, I don't want to see the cutscene again. Well, when I said cutscene, I scared my cat, apparently. Okay. Without further ado, no more talking, Tage. Let's get into this. Shadow of the Colossus. I'm going to be playing the game on normal difficulty. So, I thought about doing hard difficulty. I tried doing a playthrough of it, but it took really long to take down some of the colossi, and I don't want to make these videos super long because I feel like it will be very, very boring after a while. It'll be very repetitive is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to go with normal. Let's go.
was Yuhik. Aurel yek for all. Ikudu ibikuka. Yulbzolu iondu. Yulilo cock. I usi yulakoldoloya. Olik olazulam cause. Ilzozeriku atzoko. Amnos crudu. Laomism wop. Was you at the ulas also? View ours is view. Ikola kizado you lola. Islis pozaiuku. Aumizukikyo. You are la kwika.
You Colossus, you dreaming. I will think you own you.
Dormi for Alu Yula. Ostu Hailwa Wuku Aikwa. Ujes Yazu Zudoko was Nordekyo Utira.
I will answer. I will be you item. Don't be cute.
Is Kumku. It is all of you equal. It's not all amusement. Alu Tiklik if the leads to Iso.
我什么时候一直往有了？有了可我一直爱你的可，因为可是有，爱的你那可。You are the no, you do. Oh, you
Uronora.
Grayson could come around you. You are a good
Oil. I'll bet.
I was Yukiko. No certain kiss, no cuddle. On those alarms. I warrior considered. Error was no source, a well, a do.
You do. You bet, Sanada.
Cool. I won't do. Was no source. Oh, you know, you are there, cry of star. Was you are there. Juran. Gnosis, Hiroya Urans, Kaldu Mukodu.
Olam.
Yuadu was Nosmido, Hiroya, Oiwa Awonshi.
Ola. You do new.
Nokurado. Itura Euro. I would Jurani. Iros. Uewo. Ikun. Denzram. Bir. Kar Afrika.
And after that little long introduction spiel is over, it's finally time to get into the game itself. First, I'm going to go over some basic movements. To move Wander, use the left analog stick on your PlayStation 4 controller. To move the camera around, move the right analog stick on the PlayStation 4 controller. If you use the left stick, or not the left stick, the left button on the D-pad, Wander will pull out his bow. If you were to use the left one, the left one is the arrow, the right one is his sword. And if you were to press the up on the D-pad, he simply puts them away. Now, what we have to do here is, as Dorman said, Dorman is able to bring back the souls of the dead. Our goal here, or Wander's goal here, is to resurrect this girl named Mono. Oh, and yeah, this guy's name is Wander. I don't know if I pointed that out yet, but if I did, oops, I'm repeating myself. So, Wander has traveled here to the Forbidden Lands with Mono and his trusty steed by his side. English is hard, apparently. Aggro. Aggro here is his trusty steed. Wander is both a skilled archer, and he's also pretty skilled at being a horseman. Horseman? Horse rider? Whichever one it's called. However, when it comes to using his sword, Wander is a bit clumsy. His strikes are a little too fast. Yeah, that is not how someone should be swinging a sword. I've never swung a sword in my life, but I know this is not how you swing a sword. Okay, what we have to do is, in order to resurrect Mono over there, we have to destroy all 16 of these idols along the walls right here. And in order to do that, we have to go around this map right here. If you were to press the middle button of your PlayStation 4 controller, you see that the world map right here. We have to explore this entire map, going from colossi to colossi, defeating each one, destroying each idol. Once the final idol is destroyed, hopefully Dorman are true to their word, and they will resurrect Mono for us. Oh, and forgot to mention, if you press triangle, well, when you're near aggro, press X or triangle to mount on aggro, but if you're a little further away from aggro, Wander will simply say her name. And yes, aggro is a girl. A lot of people believe aggro to be a male, but no, the creators, or one of the creators in the interview said that he always thought aggro was a female, and in my personal opinion, aggro seems more like a female to me. What did you trip over? Jesus. Okay, however, if we get far away enough, Wander will start yelling for aggro, but if we get farther away from aggro, he will whistle for her. Now then, what do you say we start searching for our first Colossus? In order to do that, pull out your sword and press the R1 button. You see how the light on our sword is separating. Once the lights all conjoin together, or move around with the right analog stick, Tage, move around until all the lights can join together like this. Once they do, that is the pathway that you have to go. However, if they're all separated, you are facing away from where the Colossi is. Our first one just so happens to be over there. So what do you say we make our way over there? No, not make our way downtown, but what do you say we go over there? Mount aggro by pressing X or triangle, and it says to press triangle to make aggro go faster. It's not keep tapping triangle, it's hold down triangle. I always thought you had to keep tapping triangle in order to make her go faster. No. Just hold down triangle, aggro will simply go faster. To control aggro, you use the left analog stick. If you want her to stop, pull the left analog stick close to you and aggro will stop. That tree over there, there are different types of trees like this. However, I will not be going over the purpose of the tree right now because I want to get into some gameplay, because I am almost 20 minutes in and I'm still doing introductions. Holy crap, I hope you guys are still with me. I understand it's probably very boring right now, but trust me, after the first 2 episodes, this game gets serious. And we have Sign of the Colossus playing right here. Whenever you enter into an area where a colossi might be, a little cutscene will trigger and a soundtrack will play. Okay, so over here we have these little grass, strings of grass. I don't know what they're called. We got there are flowers too, weeds or something. So press X to jump, press R2 to hold, or hold R2 to basically hold. And you see that little gauge in the bottom right corner right there. That is your stamina gauge. Stamina is actually a very important aspect to this game, so make sure you are keeping an eye on your stamina, because if you don't have stamina, you can't do barely anything in this game. So aside from climbing, we're also able to jump over gaps like this. Anytime you see a ledge, jump up, hold down R2. Make sure you're holding on to R2. As long as you're holding R2, Wander will basically stay on whatever he's grabbing on. Not only that, Wander also has a little dive roll. Pressing the circle button. I don't necessarily use the dive roll as often. I know 1, maybe 2 colossi that I use it for. Otherwise, I don't really use it a whole lot. This right here took me the longest time to climb when I first started playing this game, because I never realized that platforms like this, you were able to go around like this as long as you're holding R2 and pressing the left stick in whatever direction you're going. Now, right here, in order to get to this platform right here, what you want to do is point the analog stick into the direction that you want to jump to, press X, and Wander will jump in that direction. Now, if we keep heading over here, thy name is Valus. This game is called Shadow of the Colossus for a reason. Our first colossi, Valus. I don't have my notes with me, so I don't know what type of colossi he is based on, or animal, or whatever he's based off of. One thing I like to do with Valus is this. I like to whistle, because that stops him in his tracks and he turns to see what made that noise. You see all that fur around the colossi? That is basically how you're going to get up onto the Colossus. What you want to do with Valus right here is, well, wait for him to not stomp on you. Jump on the back of his left leg. He might shake you off a bit, but just as long as you're holding on to R2 and as long as you've got stamina, you won't fall. This right here is a minor sigil. Not every colossi will have a minor sigil, only some of them will. The majority, pretty much every colossi is going to have a major sigil. What you want to do is what I just did right there. You want to stab him in the back of his leg on the minor sigil. He'll fall to his knees. Use that to your advantage to get on his back right here. Not every colossi will have a convenient platform like this on them, so you're going to have to think of creative ways to build your stamina gauge. As you can see in the bottom right corner, my stamina gauge was lowering. The longer you hold on to something, the more stamina you use. So make sure you keep an eye on your stamina gauge, otherwise you will not be able to succeed. Valus has 2 major sigils on hard difficulty, but since we're playing this on normal difficulty, he only has 1 major sigil. That major sigil will be on his head. It holds 100% of his HP. Otherwise, he has another major sigil. I believe it'll be on his right arm over here, I believe. I believe they both hold 50% HP. If I'm wrong, I'll show it on screen right now. What you want to do is, once you... Ooh, no, not that. Once you find their major sigil, what you want to do is press the square button. The longer you hold it, or the longer you... not hold it. Press it, the higher Wanderer has a sword. Press square again, the more damage he will do. However, it doesn't hurt to do a small little stab here and there. If the Colossi is about to shake you off, stab them once and it'll stop them in their tracks. Yeah, Valos is not really that difficult. He's a tutorial boss, basically. One more stab, and he's done. And I got a trophy. Cool. Once you defeat a colossi, this black, mysterious smoke escapes from them, or whatever that is. If you try to run away, yep, you can't escape from it. After you defeat each colossi, Dorman will enter. What am I trying to say here? Dorman's opening line will always be thy next foe. Dorman will give you a hint as to where to find the next colossi. However, we are not going to tackle him on this video because this video has gone on long enough. I want to thank you all for joining me here on this very first episode of Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus. I'm super excited for this. Hope to see you all back here in the next episode, and I hope you all have a great day. Catch you later! Okie dokie, now it's time for a little section that I'm going to be doing at the end of each video after I defeat a certain colossi. I'm going to be going over some little trivia about them. Number 1, Valos is the fourth shortest colossi. Number 2, Valos is one of the 3 colossi to wield a weapon. Number 3, Valos' roar is similar to the bellowing of a bull. Number 4, Valos' fight in early versions of the game was actually different. Wander had to hide under its temple, waiting for it to crash down so he can grab Valos' hand and climb onto it. And number 5, Valos is the only colossi to show any wildlife near its area. Thank you all for joining me. Hope to see you on the next episode.